If I feel you're ready to fight, if you don't agree with me, then feel free and go ahead and fight. But you can't fight under Combat Fitness because you're not representing us and you're not representing our level of fighter. Like I said, we train long, hard hours. We got guys that come in and they say, oh, I want to be an MMA fighter, but they want to show up for just regular class, and that's never going to get them to the level they need to be in. A good example, my fighter Chris he's going to be fighting for the championship pretty soon. We're doing weight training 3 to 4 days a week. We're doing MMA, Muay Thai, and Jiu-Jitsu lessons. Full on, going all out. 6, 8, 12 times a week. We do circuit training, conditioning, hard sparring, bringing in multiple sparring partners. We train hard, and the fight is always easy for us because we train so hard. And so yeah, to fight under combat, there are big shoes to fill. I would have to say, and it's just not. This isn't that kind of gym. We're an academy. We're not a gym. I really enjoy the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu aspect of mixed martial arts. It allows you to stop the fight, give them the chance to submit with a choke or an armbar, a joint lock, something that's not going to damage them. There's very few submissions that will really ruin somebody's life. The heel hook will blow an ACL and put somebody out for a long time. It's something that I really, I'll use it if I have to, but it's not a go-to move because of that. But like I tell all my fighters, my main concern is the safety of myself and the safety of my fighter. And if they have to drop elbows on the person over and over again to win the fight, that's awesome. But if they can get the rear naked, pass them out, or get the tap, that's an even better way to go about it. If you want to have a long career in MMA, if you don't want to just go in there and have a few good fights, you want to take as least amount of damage as possible. And everybody's got a puncher's chance. You standing there slugging with somebody, eventually you're going to take some serious damage. So, by using your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, by using wrestling, taking them down, getting on top, staying on top, and looking for the submission, it'll end the fight much quicker. It gives you a much longer career. It's less damaging to your body, I believe, personally.
Do you think you would have gotten into martial arts? Do you think you would have found fighting if it hadn't been for being bullied?
Probably not, no. I mean, my father was never really big on fighting. It's not, where I come from, you get into a few, street fights were a common thing, it happened, wrong look, confrontation, somebody's girlfriend, whatever. So, I grew up with conflict and fights, but it was never such a part of my life that I would want to devote this much time to it. And, the fact that I was being bullied on a regular basis and it just couldn't happen anymore and it was affecting everything in my life, it gave me the dedication that I needed to succeed in this, What's that old saying? A black belt is just a white belt that never quit, And that's the reality of it. If it wasn't for, remembering being bullied, I probably wouldn't continue to push. I'm a small guy. I'm 5'6". I have very short reach. So I always remember that. I'm not being a bigger guy. You tend to get into less confrontations because it's why pick on the big guy. So even now as a full adult, it's not like I get into physical confrontations, but you can see people test their waters. And I have to keep that aspect. Like I said, Jiu-Jitsu is also mental and the way to deal with a fight. And the fight starts way before it ever gets physical. You know what I mean? It starts way before it ever gets physical. When in an MMA fight, it starts, way before you ever touch gloves. Was the minute you walk in that cage, the presence that you have, the presence that the other fighter has, the feeling he gets from you, And that's the biggest thing I've always taken from martial arts, is being able to stop the confrontation before it even starts with posture, with a show of confidence, a knowing that I can handle myself no matter how big, how small, whatever the situation is. In the end, I feel like I can pull out.